Well, good afternoon, you fine people who have joined us again on Manly Machines for another quick whatever we're gonna do. Haven't had much content lately because it has been hot as can be. Some things I'll show you that we did do is we added our Daytona wheels over to the 300, which I think have come out really nice. But what did that leave our Daytona with? Well, our Daytona is now rocking the Vox Hellcat 2s. These are the Arturo Z850s, and we've got the back set up in a 315 because we went with the I believe it's an 11-inch rim or a 10-inch rim. I'll correct myself below. And they are beautiful tires. Love them very much. Did a little work on the Commander and the Jeep, but I'd love to post videos, but we're waiting on parts, and parts are just hard to get right now. And that's probably the other thing that's really slowing us up. We want to do a little work on the Ram, but we just can't get things. Unfortunately, the world is slow at this point, and trying to get parts has just been too darn difficult. So what are we doing today? Well, I was going to show you guys an oil change on the Durango, but I think that if I do that, I'm going to lose more subscribers than I would gain. Because how many times can you go watch a Hemi oil change? However, I do have something cool that we are going to test out. We're going to check. ProClip. This one is the ProClip for the Dodge Durango 2011 to 2020. This is probably going to be real easy to install, but I'm going to take you along and let's test it out. So in the next week or so, we have a trip planned to go to Smith Mountain Lake, Virginia, and this canoe from Amazon was recommended by all the Dodge guys, but I think that I've had nothing but trouble with this. It stays in for a little while, and then you hit a couple bumps and your phone's on the floor. So I went to ProClip, not a sponsor, and they make form-fitting units that are much better than your average unit. So we're gonna put this in. It probably is not gonna be much of a video. However, I wanted to show you guys how it fit and how well it works. Let's get started. Now the first things first, you have a little blue strip on the bottom of here that you have to peel. And then you take this, and if you notice, this has a beveled edge right here. You put it in between your bezel, and then simply put, you push, and it's going to insert itself into this piece right here. Now they give you this little wedgie so that you can get your plastics away, so you can get a nice grip on where it needs to go. And I'm almost ready to call it home, but I'm a little nervous. Let's not do that yet. All right, well, it looks like it's time to commit. Pull off our blue, drop it on the ground, get a little dirt in the blue section. All right, coming from an angle. And then, ooh, you heard that click?
That was easy.
Remove your gap tool. Wow. Now that feels secure. But, let's see. Is it secure enough to hold? Oh, now that feels premium. Look at that. Don't be calling anybody. That couldn't be easier. And ProClip made in USA. Much better than this thing was. Served its purpose. That is a way better install. Very happy. And that's really all I had this time, was to put the ProClip in while we get this vehicle ready for our trip. It's, like I said, it's just been slow. I haven't had any parts. Whoa, that's so bright. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, you're blinking at me. What the heck? Much better. It's been really rough with no parts to provide content with. We have to do some ABS work on the Commander, and the 300 needs, well, we got to eliminate the resonator on the 300 and put an exhaust on the Commander. And I think the Wrangler's going to need a motor, but we're not sure yet. In the meantime, I'm just going to change oil in this, and you guys can choose to either hang out, stay in this video, or you can click off and we'll see you on the next one. But that's what we're going to do. And for any of you guys that follow me that are Hemi guys, if you don't know what this is, or you don't have one yet, what the heck are you waiting for? Because at any oil change, I always disconnect these because it's in a bad spot. So just take these 2 screws out. JLT is really good about that. But this might need to be nasty. Hemis, why do you hate us? So 3 ounces, and we fill every one of them up with look at that.
Park that. Look at that. Look at that.
Yes.
Yeah.
50,000 miles on this engine. And that's the amount of blow-by we would have gotten. But, I mean, if you don't have a catch can by now, what the heck are you waiting for? Look. Look. This is what you need to... This is why. If you wonder why, this is why. Put that in our drain pan back there. Ugh. Terrible. And they say cleanliness is next to godliness, but I've looked, and cleanliness and godliness are like way far apart on the dictionary. And there's a lot of words in between, like Durango and earth and fire. There's a whole bunch. So I don't know what they're talking about. We'll clean that up. Oh, hi, what are you doing here? I invited you. Alright, so we are underneath the Durango. That's a 5.7 Hemi up there. It's a power plant of whatever. There's your oil filter. Hand tight. Never more than hand tight. No reason to. This isn't the Olympics. You don't get extra points. You guys see anything up there that would prohibit me from a 400-mile journey? Speak now. I just realized, by the way, the oil pan on this car is plastic. Yep, that is a plastic oil pan. What I always do is I unload my suspension a little bit. We're not jacking it up in the air, we're just giving ourselves a little more room to work. You guys can stare at the top of my head, telling me how crazy I look doing this. For me, you, and oil pan all at the same time. So one of us is getting covered in oil. Yeah, guess who? I think it's a better spot for you. It works better for me. Everybody's just a little happier. Ew, oh, don't spill it in the splash pan. Now this has a weird, I believe, it's a 13 mil. Haha, 13 mil, baby. Damn it, oh, that's on way too tight. Guys, your drain plug should never be on this tight. What's going on here? Oh boy. Well, that is a problem. I'm not gonna say nothing about the last person to do an oil change on this thing, but they used a couple of ugga-duggas, it seems, to tighten this up. All right, guys, pray for the best. Oh, woo! Oh, my goodness. Sorry, guys. Almost hit you with a wrench. Oh, that was rough. Oh my goodness. And there we go. This oil probably had about, I'd say about another 2,000 miles, 1,000 miles left on it. And it's actually pretty clean oil. All right, well, we'll let this drain for a few. The oil filter's out. And I'll be honest with all of you, I'm pretty cheap. So when I go to Walmart and I see $26 for 520 in a big, like that, I'm all about that. And there we go, we got 5 quarts, I'm sorry, correction, we've got 6 quarts, 520 from our Mobile One bladder bag. And I will probably buy oil in the future from these. This is the Charger oil, 040 and then 520. I'll buy a couple of these because it's so much better to have these, and then I just use Tidy Cat kitty litter containers for any kind of waste oil that I have. I bring a big old full container over to AutoZone, dump it responsibly, and that's been the best. This is an oil filter. You must lube the ring before you put it on. You must make sure that there's no gasket there when you take the old one off. I mean, I've been hearing that since I was young, doing this in auto shop, so I've got to spread the information to you because maybe one of you don't know that. And yes, for any of you people who don't know Hemis, this thing does in fact take seven quarts of 520 oil, just so you know. And never use anything but 520. And the reason being, the cam lobes are deactivated by pressure solenoids that essentially pump up the lifters so that the valve can't open, and they suck up all the cam lobe in hydraulic. And if you have the wrong viscosity oil, those prime pumpers, they can fail. So 7 quarts. Whoa. Whoops. I got too excited. Boom. That's 6. Now let's go get one more. And the finishing touches. And would you look at that? 50 PSI, we're already at operating temperature. I've been idling for a few minutes, letting the AC get to us. No, I don't want to pair a phone, but look at that. Oh my gosh. I had to edit out the way I said it the first time, but ProClip. Gotta remember that clip, otherwise it doesn't sound right. Whoa. Don't want you guys all checking out where I live. There we go. Look at that. Amazing. So happy. And it's 32. Let's go for a little drive. And you know what? I'm not going to drive again with you guys watching me, judging me. So I'm going to shut this off, drive, come back. And if when I turn the camera on, that's not sitting in the mount, you'll have to trust me that I didn't put it back in. We know it works. Well, truth be told, it took more than a few days. I went, took a drive, and I completely forgot to come back and tell you guys how it worked. 2 days later, the ProClip's still mounted. The wife hasn't torn it off and thrown it out yet. And we had one thing that we noticed is that if you look at this mount, we have this channel on this side for our phone. And this side looked a little strange, but you know what? It was grabbing the phone, so I didn't question it. And then I went to ProClip's site, and, well, so I'm trying to show everybody this, and it's literally falling out. Then I went to ProClip's website, and I saw that, yeah, this is not right. This is actually a left side and another left side. But fortunately, I contacted Victor at ProClip, and he said send him a couple pictures and show him what's up. And he is sending out another one as soon as possible to fix this. So they get my 4 thumbs up, two thumbs here. They get 4 thumbs up. So I'm more than happy with ProClip so far. It held the phone, even though it's not correct. It held the phone perfectly fine, and I'm very happy with its performance. I just want to wish you all a very happy week. I'm going to be in Virginia, so we'll get some content out after we come back. We have a couple of junkyard videos to post, and then hopefully we'll have some parts waiting for us when we get back into New Jersey, and we can start wrenching again, which is what we really want to do. I know for some of you the summer's over, and I hope you had a good one. Don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to click that little subscription button down there. It helps us out. It's free for you. And thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.